Hi everyone. Good morning, and hope all of you are doing good. And thanks for giving me this opportunity. And thanks, Manav, for accepting me to this group and motivating all of us to be a better storyteller. And so uh, so let me quickly jump on to my story, which I picked for today. This is one of the no a very short story, or I could say an incident which happened in a couple of years before. And the story I picked for today is "Am I a Loser?" So I know most of you would have a lot of questions the moment you see this topic name, and this seems to be more of a negative statement to start with. So way back in 2017, in the month of October, me and my friend were discussing about new digital technologies and uptrends and so on. And we used to debate a lot on various topics, and we used to challenge each other in means of whatever the research which we do, and which helped us with our challenges, which ultimately resulted in giving us some service offerings, and also uh, able to give we were able to produce some white papers, and also we won the imagineering contest um, a couple of years before, um, which is conducted by the process and quality consulting group and cognizant business consulting. And I do remember, like, during the time, um, we were actually like discussing on agile, safe internet of things and so on. After some time, our topic got diverted to the investments and savings. And my friend told me that there is a new technology which is becoming very popular. And also he said he has made a small investment in the new technology called blockchain. And it made me so curious to hear more about this. And I was throwing a lot of questions back to him. And during all of my discussions, I never saw my friend talking so excited. We started discussing about this technology, how it is different from others, what are the new characteristics this technology has. And you will not believe, like, it was so interesting to know that blockchain is so robust that transactions cannot be corrupted. It is decentralized, and there is no central authority or a governing authority to manipulate the system. It has an enhanced security, uh, which cannot be tampered, and there is a distributed ledger where all of the transactions are actually transparent, and it has a consensus algorithm, which is very cleverly designed to help the network and to make some decisions. And in today's world, it's all about cross-border payments we make. And if I want to transfer some money across the country, if I make a small minimal charges, it will take a couple of days, even it takes weeks time, get a transfer. So all we need of the hour is like faster settlements while transferring money. And this made me more excited, and I made my mind to invest in this technology. And my friend suggested there are different cryptocurrencies which is available, which is built on top of the blockchain technology. And each one of the cryptocurrencies has its own merits and demerits. And he recommended me a site to buy where I can invest on and buy cryptocurrencies. And you know what? A greedy man is always poor. Started watching YouTube videos on how to buy cryptocurrencies. Most of the YouTubers were pointing out to the same source where my friend was suggesting. Invested some of my savings and bought some cryptocurrencies. And I didn't stop there. I went beyond, trading all of my cryptos via crypto exchange without having any basic trading knowledge. Within few days, I could able to visualize a 25 percentage increase against my investments. And I kept on adding more and more. And all I did is buy, and buy. And finally, in the month of January 2018, the crypto bubble got burst. Whole market went down. I could visually see that it's going from 20, 30, 40, 60, 70, 80, and and even some of my cryptocurrencies went down to 95 percentage. And as I said earlier, all I know is buy. I don't know. I'm very immature, and I don't know how to sell. And somehow I could not resist the market volatility, and I've sold all of my cryptos for loss. A very mind-blocking situation. Don't know what to do. Spend my whole weekend in my room alone. All of my lights are switched off in the dark room. So depressed, and was an emotional distress situation. Could not talk, and a lot of mood swings. I lost most of my savings, and lots of negative news all over the internet. Bloomberg, CNN channels were reporting that people are committing suicide, and suicide helplines were open during that time. This is true. You can very well surf over the internet about the crypto crash and crypto bubble which got burst in 2018. You'll get a lot of news about that. There is always a life savior. Came across one of the YouTuber video. He was very practical, and which motivated me, and it pushed myself to do a lot of research. One thing struck my mind, and it kept me, always thinking about that. Why in the world Bloomberg, Wall Street journals, financial institutions are all talking about the crypto bubble? Why the banking giants are showing special interest about the cryptocurrencies and spreading negative news? Why there are why these people are so insecure and afraid of this disrupting technology, which is just a decade old? And I started learning on this technical analysis, did all of my own research, and and subscribed myself in a technical analysis platform, developed my own strategies, and started building my own charts. And I took a calculated risk as well. And in my experience, I just want to share, uh, this is my S4 experience: study, spot, seize, and secure. And all I did after this is study. I kept observing. You'll not believe, I used to sit on my in front of my system and keep watching for hours together and keep observing the trend, how it's going, and how people are like. There's two things towards it. One is the technical analysis of the trends which we watch and observe. The other one is the emotional trends which happens about the news, upcoming news, the recent trends, what's happening around the world. Based on that, people react to situations as well. And we have to study a lot. I just did a lot of observation on this. I kept myself, I studied a lot. And even I took my notepad, though I'm not going and buying cryptocurrencies. I do homework on myself. I do an exercise as if like I'm buying, and I put a right spot where I'm going to place a buy, and also put a placeholder where I actually like try to sell it. It's more of a homework exercise I do, and I try to many times I did that, and I'm able to spot the right place where I can, you know, go for my a buy order, and I able to seize the opportunity and also secure my position. This is my X4 experience, and I wanted to share some of my tips I follow, which helped me a lot. Um, there's two tips, uh, just air quotes. Buy when there is blood in the street. and people get more scared if there is market is down and they're trying to sell. That's a mistake which I did. But it's vice versa. You know. What I learned is when there is blood on the street, I go and buy. I don't even bother because it's all about the calculated risk I do. And my S4 experience, which helped me a lot. And there's one other quote which I like and kept remembering when I do my trading is be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. So these are the two quotes and tips which actually I keep remembering myself all the times when I do my trading. And a small disclaimer, I'm not promoting any product or services here in my storytelling. All I have shared is my own experience, do your own analysis and your own research and make your wise decisions on your investments. And I started investing more on the right time. Fear of failure has moved out of my mind. Now I have built a solid portfolio. Do not believe uh, it's around 180 percentage more on my losses, which I did. And I'm continuing my journey on my TA part and following my favorite YouTuber and podcast every day. And now over to you. You have to tell me, am I a loser? This is my short story. Thanks to everyone.